for today's cup of coffee with Scream. It's loud in my head.
Oh, yeah. It's loud in everybody's heads right now.
I think some people's heads that it's much louder than in mine. No, trying to set the microphone.
Oh, yeah. Have you heard like those schizophrenic simulations? God. Oh, it's real loud up in their heads.
It's like I was trying to test the microphone to try to prevent the ballpark sound. Somebody like that ballpark announcer sound.
Why would you want that for a podcast, though, unless it's for a bit?
I don't know. Unless it's a ball game, I see no point in it.
Once again, if it's for a bit, sure. A baseball bit.
But telling kid, I think that I must normally speak more quietly than I realize that I do.
And she's like, why does he get on to me every single time we're in the store? It's like literally I'll be walking behind you because you got to remember, you got to talk. People in front have to talk louder because your voice is being projected in one direction, right, and they have to hear you behind you. So it's like, what? I knew how to.
It's loud in my head.
Okay, we need to go get some milk right now, and then we need to go get some bread, and then it's what?
Because kid does.
Hold up. No. Let me call you out right now. What? Okay, we need to go get the bread. We need to go get some milk. We need to go get some cookies. What? What'd you say? Okay, we need to go get some bread. We need to go get some cookies. Would you speak up? We need to go get some bread and some cookies. Damn.
That's it.
Damn.
But you gotta realize, kid also has, where he had chronic ear infections as a child, he has a hearing loss.
He does. But damn, at least
he wears beanies over his ears.
No, there is no excuse. Other people do it too with you. Other people have to go, what? Unless they're going like, yeah. Because they really didn't hear what you said, but they're just going like, yeah. It was. I don't know anything about this person. They're going on to another topic.
It was easier when kid was small, because what he would do, he had taught himself in a lot of ways to lip read.
Yeah.
And so if he was looking at you, I mean, it was just instinctive.
I would do that. I
lot. I don't know.
I still do that.
Do you do that?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure whether, with the technology and stuff like that, whether that
it depends on the person. It depends on the person who's speaking in front of me, and so it's like seriously, sometimes cashiers, it's like I really have to just what?
And it's okay. Watch. It's okay to tell them that you have hearing impairment.
I'm giving up on that, so you know.
Because when someone understands what's going on...
At that point, it's an OSHA violation. That is my information.
It is. You don't have to. But it also helps other people communicate with you properly if they know that there is a problem. And I get that. I do. It's just like, you know... It's weird how...
I got told...
What?
I told boss that... I have hearing problems, so I really did not hear or whatever it was. And she's like, well, I really do have hearing loss and stuff like that. And it's like, excuse me?
So it's minimizing the fact that you had disclosed something.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That was that day that I got like a quadruple whammy of just you ain't shit.
Yeah. Well, no, it was pile on the rabbit, and people do that. You get into that mean girls club or whatever it is, just that bullying. I've seen that happen. I don't know why humans do that.
I mean, I understand.
Really, just it's like no.
I mean, I understand. Like there is a frustration. You run a fast business, and so you need people to work at a fast pace. If they have never done the job, why would you hire someone that has never done the job before?
I get it. Because somebody's got...
And then get
everybody
pissed off
has
that you have to
learn.
train them.
Right. Everybody
That-
has to learn somewhere.
And that's not just other people have experienced this of employers just having downright unrealistic expectations.
Oh, absolutely. That was like when I was counseling. It's a matter of having to... I was supposed to have the experience of counseling children for a year before I could counsel children. And so I had to go back. I had to get the chair of the psychology department at my college to write a note for me that I had done an internship. I mean, it was just the most ridiculous bunch of shit that you've ever seen.
Your degree ain't enough.
Right. Right.
The fuck?
It was just, it's like, I can give you a note from my mommy. Gen X, we are done. We're just done. And
that was y'all's generation doing that to y'all. And then the
No,
boomers,
not
and the
necessarily.
boomers doing that to y'all.
It was boomers. Because those were the ones that had worked their way up on the ladder and, these invisible hoops, impossible hoops to try to make other people jump through. Mm-hmm. Well, they sat there. Anyhow, one of the things I wanted to share before we get to our mean monkey story, because we do have mean monkey story.
Monkey.
Something that can help everybody, and it's funny because 12-step programs have been around for a long time. And that is one of the things about AA, which stands for Alcoholics Anonymous. Mm-hmm. And it was up to that individual whether they wanted to share that or not.
Mm-hmm. Hi, my name is Yolanda.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like you were supposed to see somebody walking down the street and, holler at them, "Hey, I'll see you next Wednesday."
My favorite
You don't
drink,
do that.
My favorite drink is Fabuloso.
That was the one old dude that he was hooked on the Listerine.
Yeah.
That one was a hard one to sit through. But, a lot of us over the years have learned that sharing our stories can help other people, which is why we do that. And so there was jokes on TV and stuff a lot about 12-step programs. Those of us that these programs saved our lives, it was not a joke.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be alcoholism, and now they've got NA, which is, it's like insert whatever addiction here.
The people who joke about, the shit is either people who has never been through it, or they have had people that have gone through it and just that now have a shit opinion or something like that, somehow formed a shit opinion.
A lot of them didn't take the time to really work the program because it is personal responsibility and accountability.
No, I'm talking... what?
You said that they had went through the program and it didn't help them.
No, they knew people that have went through the program and then they just have a shit opinion of those people that have been through those.
Okay. Well, and you get zealots, and that's true of a lot of times when people have awakenings. They have a very zealous response. It just happens. Again, that's human nature. But we're seeing things going on in our society right now that are at a crisis level. And we that's the reason we tried to warn people before this happened. With 12-step, your first step, we admitted we were powerless over whatever. And that our lives had become unmanageable. And a lot of times, those of us damn near died before that's what that's called, hitting bottom. Mm-hmm. Some people end up in a hospital, some people end up in jail, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. But it is that realization of, this ain't working. Whatever I'm doing is not working.
That epiphany, that much needed epiphany.
And number 2, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. That is the crux of AA or any of these 12 steps, is belief in a higher power. I'm having trouble forming words today.
I mean, God gets people out of all situations.
The reason that they did not make this from a Christian perspective is that, and the history of AA and Bill W. and stuff is quite incredible. But they wanted it, that people that had other belief systems and stuff, so that it could include them.
Which is, that's good. That is respectful.
It is faith-based. It is not religion-based.
Yeah. There is a big difference between faith and religion.
Yeah. And then number 3, made a decision to turn our will and lives over to the care of God as we understood him. Instead of my will, thy will.
Yep.
Big difference. And number 4, made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. Now that 4th step will stymie many people, because that's where you have to look in the mirror and see what role you played in your life going sideways. And it can be brutal, because you don't get to play victim.
No.
And my God, we have fostered this victim mentality. And you've got people that'll try to one-up each other. Oh, well, you went through this, I went through that. And it was just like the hearing loss. You ain't got hearing loss. I've got hearing loss. Oh, good for you.
What flavor of autism are you? My autistic ass is that I don't quite... someone flings that at me, it's like... There's different grades of hearing loss.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
no,
it's like just crazy.
That's like. Well, I have actual hearing loss. Like, what are you saying? Like, there's only one form of hearing loss,
right? Right. This is why I don't go out in society. I really don't. And then number 5, admitted to God, to ourselves, and another human being, the exact nature of our wrongs. Because that's important. It's important that we own up to what we did wrong. You have to understand that you did wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like... 6, when entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. These people don't want to hear about defects of character. They want to foster that, cultivate it, whether it's envy, pride, lust, you name it. That stuff is being put up on a pedestal right now.
Mm-hmm. I think those are called idols.
It's called the 7 deadly sins.
Well,
gluttony.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but people
stuff.
see that as
sloth.
Those are,
Mm-hmm. 7, humbly asked him to remove our shortcomings. And some people don't want them gone. They want the excuse. They believe that who they are is their problem, their victim status. They don't want anything different. Those people have not suffered enough.
No.
And it's like number 8, made a list of all persons that we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them. That's rough too. Because you will have people that'll close the door in your face, that they will hang up on you. Yeah. But that's consequences for choices.
Mm-hmm.
9, made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. 8 is the preparation, 9 is the actual doing.
Right.
It's rough.
Oh yeah,
That's
it's
rough.
like I don't want to do this, but I gotta do this. And it's like, please, Lord, I don't want to do this. You gotta do this.
That's the only way you
You
can
gotta
heal.
go on.
It's the only way
gonna
you
be
can
painful.
heal.
It's gonna be painful, but you got it. It's like ripping a Band-Aid off. Just do it.
Yeah. And that can be some life-altering shit. I mean, it truly can be. But your behavior very much could have harmed somebody. How many times have you heard of these people that are home wreckers? That they go out here, they seduce these men or women or whatever it is, just so they break that family apart and then laugh about it. That's common in today's world.
It's sick. That's what it is.
And it takes two to tango, so whoever it was that fell into that trap and was weak enough to give into that, and then it's one more broken family, more kids that have to go through divorce, which hurts kids more than people realize.
Oh, it does a number on a kid.
Sure it does. And then 10, continued to take personal inventory when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. You have to do it daily. You maintain it daily. And God will tell you, he'll prick your conscience, and it's like, oh, you messed up. You messed up. You know, you acted like an asshole. Go and apologize to that person. Yeah.
And it's necessary because you gotta humble yourself enough.
Yes, but you've got to be diligent.
Yeah, because it could be too late or something.
Yeah. What if that's the last time that you see that person?
Yeah.
What do you want those words to be the last words that you spoke to that person? We're not promised tomorrow.
No.
11, sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood Him, praying only for knowledge of His will for us and the power to carry that out. Again, His will, not our will. This is why people reject the idea of God, because they don't want to, they want to do what they want to do, however they want to do it, and they don't care. That's giving yourself over to evil. And there are consequences, whether you acknowledge them or not. They're there, and they will hit. And then number 12, having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we try to carry this message to others and to practice these principles in all our affairs, in all parts of our life. So, you know, those are the 12 steps for people who had never taken the time to. This is old school AA people. This is why we hold ourselves accountable. And yes, we do hold other people accountable and try to teach them to be accountable. You know, because that victim mentality, it hurts people.
It does.
Something else that is our science.
Science.
What they call science is kind of horrifying. Has been for a while. And this is from dailymail.co.
Oh, is this about the lab-grown children?
No, not yet. But I saw some of that. Did you see the external wombs?
Yeah.
God.
Oh, they've already had this shit.
Yeah.
Actually, they found found out about that shit in the 1800s.
Yeah, well,
About the time alchemy came into being.
alchemy has always been. But by Luke Andrews, this is, I'm thinking, what's beeping over there?
That's you, Mama.
That's me. Am I beeping?
That's your Discord.
That is from November the 7th, 2024. Tiny South Carolina town residents lock down homes. I can't speak. Monkeys escaped. Let's just cut to the chase. The monkeys got out of a research lab.
Bioengineered monkeys have escaped.
And it says dozens.
Zombie monkeys.
Dozens?
Zombie monkeys, guys.
Dozens of macaque monkeys are on the loose in a small South Carolinian town after
Fuck.
escaping from a medical research facility.
Fuck. This is what was it, 28 days? This is no joke, the plot to a zombie movie.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
I had dreams of this shit happening.
Oh, God. And it said that they had escaped at 1 p.m. on Wednesday from the Alpha Genesis lab that tests experimental drugs and vaccines for various infectious diseases and disorders.
See, I told you. These are weapons. These are weapons.
It says that police have deployed traps and thermal cameras
Zombies.
around the town in an attempt to catch the monkey, but none have been captured. I said monkey, but it's monkeys. But none have been captured as of 11 a.m. And like I said, this was written today on November the 7th.
I was playing Roblox with someone, and person that was in the server was dressed up like a monkey, and we were shooting the shit, and then someone was I was yelling monkey in the chat, and then someone just not in
They didn't
was
get
like
it?
they didn't get it and was like racially motivated.
Oh, good God.
And I'm like, no, dude's literally dressed up as a monkey, and he typed into the chat, I am a monkey.
Is everybody else so weary of this stupid bullshit? I don't think it's just me.
No.
I really, really don't. Anyhow,
Because
said
it's not cool.
that efforts had been hampered by rain, and officers have said there was no health risk to the public. Do you remember there several years ago when those trucks were carrying the monkeys and the monkeys escaped?
Yeah.
There was never any follow-up story about that.
That's suspicious. That's weird. Are these the things for those monkeys?
And it says, after I was talking about it, it says it comes after 3 primates escaped from a vehicle carrying them to a lab in 2022 following a road accident. It said that a monkey also escaped from this same center in 2016 when its cage was not properly locked.
What is wrong with them that they are not containing these things properly?
It said,
Who is that incompetent in containing these?
This is funny. It said that one local resident said on X, quote, "The monkeys escape from whatever this is. It's Yosemite, I think, every year. That shit happens every year. The workers forget to lock up the cages and they go crazy." End quote. I don't know if that's the monkeys or the workers.
Oh, God. Oh.
Now seriously.
Oh.
When you've got these, I am not a fan of animal testing. Never have been. And I'm not one of these that's totally, I don't think that living things should be tortured.
Well,
in the name of science.
they shouldn't be.
I mean, it just, any of this stuff is just like, no. And to, what it is with this stuff, to test a vaccine, that means that they have to give these animals a disease.
Mm-hmm. They have to give them a disease. They have to find an antidote. Sometimes
it's disgusting.
It's horrible.
There has to be other ways to do this.
Oh, they use animals in all sorts of testing.
It's wrong.
Like cosmetic.
It's wrong. I know it, and I don't talk about it because it wounds my spirit.
Oof.
So now they got, and this is probably, you know what happened? This is probably what happened, that they got the monkeys down in Florida, because the other ones, they just went down there for the weather.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they got it.
But what if these monkeys get together and then they make like some big mega virus, and then it's like, oof.
We don't know. I'm not worried about the monkeys making a virus. I'm worried about the evil human-looking things that making that shit. That's what concerns me.
I mean, I do understand where you're coming from, but I'm talking about what if it's like part A, like for example, a 2-part epoxy. You got part A and part B.
That's possible.
And then you mix it together, and then you got a different substance. what if it's like that?
That's possible. That is possible.
See, this is the shit. This is how my
Monkey
mind
bites.
This is how my mind works.
No, I understand. No, there's nothing wrong with that. That is a good thing. Asking questions, seeking for answers, saying, is this possible, is this feasible, or is it not? Mm-hmm. Asking other people who are qualified to answer your questions.
I think that it is. I believe that it is.
I think that there's a lot of things that's out there that we have no clue about.
Yeah.
Coffee slurp.
Oh, yeah.
I'm enjoying my possibly last cup of pumpkin spice for the season because I'm done with it.
Are you just burnt out?
I'm going to go out to the peppermint mocha.
Oh, God. I knew it. I knew that's how it is. It's fucking.
I like the peppermint mocha.
It's always the pumpkin spice girlies, and then as soon as it's over with, they go right to the peppermint mocha.
Now, what does your mama usually do all day long?
You drink coffee.
Black coffee.
You do. I'm just
dark
I'm
roast.
just saying. Just saying.
Well, I do understand. That's why they have the seasonal flavors, which is why I don't normally fall into that trap. Because after a while, you're just over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you got it that special flavor of autism where it's like you can eat that all day.
Yeah. Well, that is
every
true.
day.
Well, it's
I'm like that with pizza.
Just plain black coffee. Plain black coffie.
Pizza.
That's it.
Pizza. All day, every day.
So
you
folks,
can never get burnt out of pizza.
I never really tried it, so it's possible.
It's not possible.
So people, if you're there around South Carolina, watch out for the monkeys.
Monkey.
I'm not a fan of the primates. I'm really not, because they fling shit. And I am just not a fan of anything that will fling shit.
I got a monkey. Since I was little, I've been a fan of the monkeys.
He does, and especially the sock monkeys. And he's like, I want them all.
Oh no, that was just due to Timmy Turner. That was due to Fairy Odd Parents, and that was the sock monkey. That was the Timmy Turner's dad.
Mm-hmm.
He was obsessed with them, and so I was like, I want to try that. I want to do that. I want to start collecting sock monkeys.
And so there's random sock monkeys throughout the house and
it
in
ain't
the
that
basement.
many though. It ain't that many.
I think you donated some of the ones that you were over.
Yeah.
Let somebody else enjoy them.
Yeah.
Final thoughts on any of this as far as people losing their shit, acting. I think the primates, an animal acts as it does. Mm-hmm. But when you have humans, going back to the 12th step, that they act worse than animals, then what do you have?
You got a mess. You got chaos right there.
Yeah.
Danger.
This is why we urge everybody to be in prayer. Continue in prayer. Situational awareness every day. Now you got to worry about the monkeys flinging shit. Yeah. Those monkeys, they're dangerous. They really are. I'm not a fan of them.
Me and my monkey beanie baby.
So
She's
final
not
thoughts
talking
over
about
there.
you don't fling shit. You just sit on a shelf.
Well, those are the best kind of monkeys. The ones that
the spider monkeys aren't bad.
They're wild animals.
Yeah, but they're about that big.
I don't care. Anyhow, so that's your final thought, spider monkey. You can go and look up what a spider monkey is.
Uh-huh.
That and what is it, the axolotls?
The axolotl, yeah.
If those become prevalent, I have no problem with that.
The spider monkeys really do look like spiders in a way.
Oh God!
Like they're so tiny you would mistake them for a bug.
See, that's a very delicate creature, which I'm like, no, put that outside. Let it do what it's supposed to do.
That scares me.
Yeah, that's why you're not supposed to mess with some things. They're just delicate.
Yeah.
Enjoy them. People can photograph them, video them. You can leave them in their natural habitat. So everybody's having the paranormal and the supernatural.
Everyone.
You want to tell them where they can find us?
You can find us on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Rolanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, Rolanda COCWS.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Know that you are loved. Treat other people the way that you would like to be treated.
Yes.
if somebody is in a crisis level, contact your local health people as far as mental health people. I'm for serious on this.
There's so many on TikTok right now that is at that level.
Well, I think on a lot of that is attention seeking. I honestly do.
I don't know if it's an act for some of them.
Or I think some of it is a matter of clout.
Oh, now some of them, yeah. But I'm talking about like the other some that's just dead serious.
Well, it's like this. There are people that are trained to deal with that. Most people are not. I will tell you this, one of the worst things that you can ever tell somebody who is in an emotional crisis, do not tell them to calm down.
No, that just flares them up.
That will escalate them greatly.
Yeah.
The best thing that you can do is say, I can see that you're upset. Would you like to talk? And other than that, you need to worry about your safety.
Yeah, if you can say, hey, do you need to talk? If they're like, no, it's like, all right, I'm going to give you space. And when you want to talk about it, I'll come get me.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, like I said, it's one of those, assess the situation. If it's a loved one or something like that, you can contact like hospitals and stuff like that. Usually have an on-call therapist. Mm-hmm. And talk to them and follow their directions, because most of them are really good at what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, I wish I was talking from theory, but our families had to do it before.
Yeah, we've been through some
shit.
And
I did it professionally.
You did. That was fun.
What? When I did it professionally, I was quite good at my job. I really was.
I'm just saying.
I'm not about the people.
I'm not dogging it. I was just, that fun is sarcasm there.
Well, it is a hard thing when you see somebody suffering and you can't do anything about it.
Uh-huh.
It is. It's hard. So, but some things are personal choice, and it's a hard thing to watch somebody get the consequences of bad decisions. And that's what we're doing right now. Pray for them. Love them from a distance. Do not put yourself in harm's way, because that solves nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Yeah.
Bye.